Good evening, U18 COD fans. My name is Night Flash. I am joined by an awesome co-caster, Mar. Mar, how are you doing this evening?
Fine. Glad to see my team here, Future Forge, going at it again, battling here. We had a very bad few days, but we feel like we're ready to play.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Future Forge has yet to win a map, let alone a series. They're going to be teeing up here against InControl. Both teams looking to edge their way in as we are in preseason of Season 5 here, but they're trying to get a foothold, get their place in the preseason cup, and we're going to watch Zach absolutely beam Echo off of bottom P2 there. Beautiful shots, but Future Forge are going to answer with two of their own, make it three, make it four, and they are in control of P2. Those of you that know Call of Duty, especially this year, this P2 is near unbreakable. So if Future Forge, if they've got the stuff, this should be a guaranteed full 60 here.
Yep. As we're pushed out here, we're looking great and amazing right here. Not to gas my own team, but I'm just proud of the boys here. But as they try to break the hill from the bottom part, this might be a breakable hill for In Control.
Yeah, InControl definitely flying in, hitting that top pop-up, able to get his teammates trade is Suni. Able to find a second one in Hill as well. InControl, definitely currently in control of this game. Only down about 10 points at this point, and they're definitely looking to make a comeback as this P3 Hill is about to pop. We're about to see a gunfight here between Echo and Spanky, and Echo comes out on top. Beautiful shots from Echo. Zach going to be able to find Bala. Zach chilling around these P3 mid-steps area, just making sure nobody gets that free contest. And he did a good job for a while, but definitely Future Forged is looking solid here. That was a very clean early break.
We're very confident in our Skid Row hard points here, so this is a great map pool for us right here for the first map. Echo on a 5 spree, trying to play his life. I don't think he got that cruise there. No, he did not get the cruise, so they're still holding this down. Full 60 here, and we're gonna be up about 50 points here as we go into the new. But they break it for this. In Control breaks it and gets back into the control of the
Yeah, they're definitely gonna fight for this scrap here, as it is a pretty not too long of a rotation over to P4 in that barber shop. JC going to be able to find Spanky. Suni going to be able to find Bala in the back. JC able to find two, finding one onto... I'm not even going to attempt that. We're going to call him Bopper. Bopper.
yeah, Bopper.
Not off to a hot start here. 5 and 8. Spanky 4 and 9. Just a tough look for In Control, but as I say that, they managed to break into the hill, take control. Oh, that is absolutely terrible for Bala. Bala getting at teammate onto JC. Big ego chow coming up. Elixir able to take out Suni, but Spanky right there for the trade.
Spanky is definitely going crazy here on this hill right here. As In Control gets control of new here, they rotate here, but they do not see Echo back here. Echo finds one. Spanky finds one on the other side of the map against Elixir, and then Sumi finds one on JC. Zach picks up one on Echo here. They're trying to rotate. They're gonna have to break this. It's gonna be a huge money hill for those boys in yellow right now.
Yeah, but you do see Bala lurking on time, and he is currently soaking, but his teammates are falling all around him. You've got to wonder, how long is he going to be able to hold this time? Spanky able to find one onto JC. Echo going to find Suni in the background. Bala finds Spanky, and Future Forge are looking strong here. JC going to huck that nade towards Ticket and able to find one. That's definitely going to slow down this push, or so I thought, but Suni and Bopper able to clear that point and get this last 25 seconds to go the way of In Control. I think this is the closest Skid Row of hardpoint I've watched in a good long time. We're seeing Zach here trying to rotate early, but two players from Future Forge in. Zach manages to find shots onto both, not able to connect for a kill though. Suni there trying to play upset for Future Forge. Echo going to be able to find that trade onto Tsuni. Zach just laying down shots from these god steps. Not able to find anything, and Future Forged is going to get the first majority of this time.
Yes, majority of the time, this is a good time here because they're holding the full 60 here, and they would have to work the rotation. In control would have to work the rotation here, or they would have to just or they would just chow this here. So it's interesting how this game is going to play. Future Forge is going to look to hold down this whole 30 seconds here. The rest of this 30 seconds, and in control looks to be trying to control down P2, but now they're breaking in. Suni's in by himself. He gets traded. Echo finds two, and now it's on to the rotation here.
Yeah, you
Down
know what? And sorry to cut you
No, no,
off there, Mar.
no, you're
Even
fine.
in that situation, just playing for the contest a little bit does sort of save your team having to get this full 60. You know, Suni on that point alone was able to contest for around 5 to 10 seconds, but it's not going to matter as Future Forge are already P2, landing shots onto that player. Front, bottom P2. Zach going to be able to find Echo. Balla finds a trade, though, right back onto Zach. Nobody on time. JC finally getting up there, 50 seconds left on this P2 hill, and I gotta say, Future Forge are looking in control of this map as of now. Currently 50 points over in control, but it looks like we're gonna have a break here as two players from in control manage to break through. That's gonna be a 3 dead for Future Forged, and that's going to be a complete reset. They are spawning ticket, which these are the good spawns for this P3 rotation. It's just a matter of do they continue to burn lives over at P2, or are they just going to play for the rotation? Future Forge managing to get a player or two through onto P3. In control, looking just in shambles right now for this rotation. But
Yes,
Zach,
and
go ahead.
sorry. Yes, and these are a bunch of rookies here. You gotta remember that this Future Forge team is also a young team here. So they're trying to show off the best that they can, but they get broken twice in the back. They find, In Control finds 2 kills in the back here. Spotting ticket is Future Forge. In Control's trying to get control of this hill, trying to break through. They send 3 back alley and they break the hill. 3 is dead from Future Forge here. And they're looking to hold this. In Control's looking to take control of this hill right here. Balla finds one.
Yeah, and we're going to see Bopper come through, able to find another onto Echo. Spanky going to find one. Zach, not good for the 2, but good for 1. Elixir is going to get the trade and then get immediately traded by Spanky, who does find 2. And In Control are definitely have made their comeback into this game, down around 50 points mere minutes ago, and they are now, we have a lead change. In Control up about 10, probably around 20 by the end of this hill. Elixir going to be able to find Spanky before getting traded by Tsuni, and JC is going to hit through this bottom garage, trying to find anything. Manages to find lots of shots onto players, but not a full kill. Spanky looking lost on the map right now. Oh my goodness, JC able to find that kill, and Future Forge is currently in the driver's seat as they are making their presence known on this P4.
Yes, they are here. Doing the front side here. 3 coming in from in control right here. How they doing? And there's the 3. They hold it down. JC and Echo. They're good for 3. But
yeah,
they find the 4 wide.
Balla able to find...
Sorry.
You're good, you're good. Balla able to find Tsuni as he's pushing in to fight for this scrap. 15 seconds left on this hill. This is definitely an interesting play out of Spanky, but Spanky able to find the first, not able to find the second, so Elixir is going to get that trade for JC. Now it's just going to be a fight for new here. This hill really can decide it. Future Forge, if they get a full 60, will be able to win off this hill, but it's not looking great off the break. Tsuni able to find 1 before getting traded. JC's good for 2, though, as he is able to find Spanky. Bopper going to find Echo. Elixir going to find Zach. That's going to take them off time. White Time right now is the friend of Future Forge. They are 5 points in the lead. I don't see this going down to time, though. And Bopper going to be able to find Echo as well. Tsuni going to shoot Elixir in the back. JC going to be able to find Zach. Trades going back and forth, but the majority of this time going in favor of In Control, managing to take the lead here. 203 to 195. Balla able to find... find Tsuni on that nasty head glitch, but only good for 1 before getting traded out. Echo gonna find Snooty. Spanky gonna find that trade on to Echo. Elixir gonna be ratting it up here at P1, playing his life and playing it well, able to find 2 on the rotation, just absolutely opening up the map for his team to get into this P1. Zach able to find, Spanky able to find Elixir, JC able to find Zach, Balla finding Spanky in the background, Bopper going to find Balla, JC and trades back and forth like wildfire here on this P1. InControl finally able to get in, and they can win off this, and if Future Forge aren't able to get a contest or a clear here, they will win off this, as they seem to be in full control, as that's going to be 3 down, 15 seconds needed for the win, and InControl are definitely in the driver's seat now. Future Forge have to fly at this, and they are just falling like flies here, getting swatted by an absolute machine of InControl. 248, 249, good game, Future Forge, but InControl able to sneak away with that dub.
And that is insane. Like, we talk about this all the time in the Future Forge camp. We talk about this camp all the time. They always start off good with their maps. These last 2 series, ever since the first day, they start off good in these first maps, and they just lose the momentum, and they never can get the momentum back. They break a few hills. They try to get a couple of scraps, but they never actually get the whole time that they need to close out the game. And they just have a problem with clutching up in the games here. And it's kind of bad to see that this team has a lot of talent but cannot get a dub in the first map.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one to watch, especially when you're rooting for one team or another. That was a very close game, though. You know, no real bad looks from either of the teams, which I think is a good thing. As you can see here, we just played our Skid Row Hardpoint. Coming up next, we have a guaranteed Rio Search and Destroy and Invasion Control. If we need it, we are going to go to Rio Hardpoint and then off to Invasion Search for that map 5. I'm excited for 2 Rios. You know, it's the newest map in the competitive pool. So that's always exciting to see how these young teams, how these young minds have sort of cracked the meta of the new map. I'm definitely going to be interested to see what goes on in that hard point, because Rio is just a subs haven, and the subs were definitely frying map 1.
Yes, on both sides of Future Forge and InControl here. Sumi, I seen him with a sub a couple of times. I don't know if he's a flex or a sub, but he was definitely running that sub, and he was running and gunning. Elixir on the other side, on the other hand, he was doing everything for his team right there. He was opening the map for them, getting the place so their ARs can push through, get the trade skills, and all of that. Looking like they are both very aggressive subs, and we'll mostly see the 1v1 half of the time on the map.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for Rio Hardpoint, but we do have Rio Search and Destroy coming up next. What are your thoughts on Rio Search? You know, obviously we've played it in ranked, and you know, you've obviously been getting scrims in on the new map. Is, you know, that's the best way to learn it. What are your thoughts on Rio Search there, Mar? I have my own, but I'm interested to hear yours.
Okay, so as a team manager slash coach and a player at the same time, all three, I love Rio. I actually like it. It's just in ranked play, you hate to see it because of all the stairs, getting stair glitched and all of that. Very big problem. Um, but for as in comp terms, we actually love the map. We're actually highly requested to play the map. One of our better maps. We never tried to play Rio Search and Destroy though, so here we go. We're gonna test it out today, and just to test the map pool out. Because we haven't won a map yet, and Rio might be our best map. We're a very aggressive team, so we like to play up close.
Rio Search coming up next after this.
pegando fogo, vai ter que ser certeiro.
Welcome back, U18 fans. I'm not going to say it like that again because that sounded weird. U18 COD fans, I should say. We are here with you on Rio Search and Destroy, Future Forge versus InControl, not Uncontrol. My bad, dyslexia kicking in there a little bit. Map 2 is going to be Rio Search. Map 1, we just got to see InControl coming out with a tight win against Future Forged. We are, oh my goodness, I'm stammering here. We are hopping on here with JC, going to be locking down this A site. My name is Night Flash. I am joined by my awesome co-caster Mar. Mar, what do you think about this map?
This map is beautiful. Like I said, we were going to see a lot of 1v1 going down with Elixir and Sui. And we just seen one, and he got the first blood. Elixir is eventually goes down. They have the main advantage, but then they get traded out here.
And
Echo
Bopper,
here
Bopper gonna be able to find one in that 1v3, but does get taken out. And it looks like Future Forge are going for a B wrap here, but it looks like Spanky may have read this. Uh-oh. Bomb is currently being planted. It does get planted. Spanky going to be able to find the first. Is he going to be able to find the second? Does tag him up a fair bit. Where is Spanky's teammate at on this map? Looks like they are now both on B bomb. Oh, the kill got picked up just outside of P2 window by Bridge there. I completely missed that. But pretty clean round from InControl. Definitely a little shaky there. But yeah, all in all, I think that was a clean round, and they're looking good so far here in this S&D.
Yes, they are. They're looking perfectly fine. Everyone's looking fine on the map here. It's just the first blood battle. So who's gonna get what sub is gonna get the first blood, and that's probably gonna decide the round. But as you see it, last round, In Control got the first blood, and they almost lost that round. So let's see what happens this round. We're on Echo here, hold down the tank, side tank, In Control sides of tank.
Yeah, and we're gonna hop on board with Elixir as he jiggle peeks this these bridge stairs here. Nobody going to chow him just yet, but there is a player just out of his sight. There seems to be a lot of presence from In Control over at this B site, and they manage to pick up Echo. Lots of rotations coming in. Spanky going to be able to find Elixir on the rotation there. Balla chilling around that tank does get picked up by Spanky. 1v4 for JC, and he is going to get taken out. Extremely clean round from In Control there.
Yes, as you see it, everyone is literally dropping on the map. Literally everyone in Future Forge, everyone's getting dropping down. They're dropping down like flies here. And that round just went by quick. It wasn't seem like it was like much of anything going on. I think Future Forge was looking to actually take control over the map, you know? And when you look scared to take control over the map right there, yeah, it costs you the round.
Yeah, and that's really what S&D is all about. Obviously, you want to get that first blood, and you want to be able to play off of that. But map control is really the name of the game, because if you have no map control, you're not going to be able to protect those sites and stop that bomb from going down on defense. Heavy presence here on that A site from Future Forge. Nobody really on In Control around Bopper. You see him jiggle peeking that the forklift there, but it looks like it could be a free plant. Bopper gonna opt to relocate to boxes and just try and kill these players on the cross. Once again, Future Forge seem to have kind of stalled out though. They're playing very safe, very composed Call of Duty, but at some point that strategy is going to fail. As there's 35 seconds left in this round, and Bomb has yet to go down. Bomb hasn't even reached site yet, and this is not looking good for Future Forge. However, Bomb is getting planted. Bopper going to be able to find shots on that player through the wall.
But he's gonna instantly chow and then he's gonna die. But the trade's coming looking good here. Ball looking down to chase this trade here, but they're gonna let him go. As they said, it was slow to get the site, and they're slow to get the site, and they can't even set up. They're all falling here. They're all getting red like books, and Sui gets an absolute masterclass 3-piece.
Yeah, that was beautiful work out of In Control to shut that plant down, or not shut the plant down, but shut that round down and really sort of hold Future Forge at bay. So far, not looking like Rio S&D is Future Forge's map pick, but we're
It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's their future. You know, it doesn't really look like it's their future.
No, I completely agree. We're only 3 rounds in, though. They definitely still have time to turn this around. I've seen crazier things than a 3-0 comeback on S&D, but these rounds have looked very, very in control for In Control.
Yeah, and it looks very in control for them because of how scared they're playing here. As you see, Future Forge, they're playing their back spawn heavy. And when you're on offense and when you're on defense, some of that's not going to work. But as you see, Echo trying to get active here a little bit, and he's going to find the pick on the first blood. But
That's
instant trace
actually
coming.
that's the second blood. Spanky fell earlier in the round to Echo, I believe, again. Oh, actually, no, sorry, to Elixir. I misspoke there. And it looks like Future Forge might be able to find this round. It's a 2v3, really. They just have to not take ones here. They have to challenge things as a team. But that's kind of the issue on defense. You never really have that privilege. Bopper going to be able to find Balla there, and that's going to be a free one, as nobody on Future Forge there is there for the trade. Echo going to be playing this back Humvee Elixir, hanging out around this top bridge area. Suni has not spotted this player, as the player has wrapped behind them. Both players of In Control in defender spawn right now.
And they're wasting time here. They have to go. This might have just worked from Echo here, getting up out of here and trying to make a play, but they can still get this bomb down. Elixir. He's gonna run past the right Elixir, and they're going to get the round win. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you know what? That was beautifully played by Future Forge. You know, me personally in ranked, I always tell my teammates, there's no need to push. You know, they have to plant the bomb. Let's sit back, make them make the mistakes. Does anybody ever listen? No, but Future Forge, clearly the comms on point there, not overextending, not chowing anything they didn't have to, and they get their first round on the board, and they really sort of cleaned it up there. Tsuni still hasn't died. He's one off this cruise, so that's definitely something to look for. Cruises don't have the biggest impact in search, but definitely can win win or lose you a round, depending on how you look at it.
And
We're
how
gonna
you call it. And yeah.
100% Spanky getting aggressive on this top vending spot. Elixir going to Chow, able to find the first one. Elixir in and out with his life. JC looking over A, manages to spot a player on that Humvee, tags him up, but Bopper is going to be able to escape with his life. Currently a 4v3 for Future Forge.
And this is what we were talking about here. They're not trying to get up on the bomb site. After they find that first blood, they don't clear anything. They just stay back in their back spawn. We're talking about that guy Humvee. And the guy in the back spawn is carrying the bomb currently. So bomb is not even on the site. They're trying to make the rat back here, but then Echo's going to die. They delayed the push so much that Echo's dead here. And they're not set it up. And now the setup is going to break once again. GC can't find a pick, but he's going to find one. He's going to get insta-traded by Suni, and he's going to get that cruise and also going to be on a 7 spree. Baller out with his life here.
Yeah,
When he won, and he just runs out in chows.
Yeah, that was possibly some of the worst timing I have seen in competitive COD. Bala not able to spot Suni there, top bridge. Definitely did see him, but just didn't.
It didn't register in his brain.
Yeah, it did not compute that was a person. Very unfortunate for Bala, but still in control of this map, 4-1. Suni has that cruise ready to pop, and even if he just uses it for info, you know what I mean? Just gets the pings off of where they are. That is huge, huge info for his team. I'm going to place a side wager that Suni might go flawless this game.
He might go flawless here because as he seems that like he knows these players are playing through their back spawn. He knows it. He knows that they're trying to find the timing, and he just slows it down a little bit and tries to play fast. But once he gets here, once he lets his teammate gets the first blood, and then he just goes, you know. And sometimes he finds the first blood, but Echo's going to start off strong in this round. Trades are going to come in from Suni onto JC here, and Future Forge looking to run this round, but no, Zach actually cuts it down.
Yeah, the numbers are in favor of InControl. 2v3 in this map. Bala going to be able to find a trade onto Zach, but Spanky is there for the insta trade. Last player alive is Elixir, hanging out in this top bridge area. Gets cut down. Oh, his life was way too short there. 5-1 is our current round count. Will Future Forge be able to close this out next round? Or sorry, will InControl be able to close this out next round, or will Future Forge mount the almost insurmountable comeback?
Yeah, if it looks like, I feel like there's a lot of rounds they could win here. Bala could have won that round the last time come around when he was in that 1v1, but it wasn't his fault to actually to lose when he lost that. It was actually his teammates' fault. They all died on him, and they played way too slow when Bala was already pushed up. And so it just felt like they're just not playing as confident as InControl is. And they're going to find the first blood again. They're going to find 3. And now it's a 1v4. They're going to close it out. JC, going to find a pick here and pick up your bomb.
You know, if there was any player to kill, he killed the right one, Suni. But Bopper going to be able to find that 4th and final kill on the map. 6-1 was our S&D scoreline. S&D on Rio definitely not looking like Future Forged. Like that should be in their map pool in the future. They were looking a little shaky on that, a little underconfident, maybe underdeveloped. Definitely gonna need to hit the lab a little bit for Rio S&D, and even just the stat lines sort of tell you the whole story. Bala 1-7, Elixir 3-6, 4-7, 4-6 from the other 2 players on Future Forge. It's just a super unfortunate outcome. We have invasion control next, which I'm sure both teams do have a fair amount of reps on, which is definitely going to play towards Future Forge. Rio Search didn't look like their bread and butter. Perhaps invasion control is. We will have to wait and see, but invasion control is my personal control map, personal favorite control map. I think it just makes sense. I'm not sure about you, Mar. I'm not sure how you feel about control, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts on how you think this game 3 is going to break down.
I feel like this control is actually gonna go great here. For the side of Future Forge, the last series, against Visual, they actually got 3-0'd. Miscommunications, miscomms, a lot of it. And if you wasn't on live stream, but you could see the players' POVs on their own. They stream on their own, and it just looked like they weren't there. They weren't competing in that control standpoint. But it looks like to see they might have been putting reps in. I know the Rio hard point has been looking very well for them. But I feel like they just got smacked down. They might be checked. I don't know, but it's not about how hard you can get. It's how hard you can get hit and get back up.
Yeah, 100%. And, another big thing to talk about with this Future Forge camp is they are a lot of young players. That mental stability, their mental may not be there quite yet. They could be checked after that 6-1 defeat. But it's how you bounce back, as Mar said. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're able to bounce back on this invasion, if they're able to bounce back on this invasion. We're definitely excited to see how this shakes down. But currently, InControl is definitely in control of this series. But a reverse sweep has to start somewhere. You know what I mean? You've got to start somewhere, and it all starts with that first game. We're going to see Future Forge run it down A here. Shots from Suni. Going to be able to find Balla. Echo. JC going to be there for the trade onto Spanky, but Suni on this A point, looking to play upset. Zach going to be able to find 2. Balla and JC are going to fall. Bopper going to be able to find the trade there onto Elixir with the help of Suni. But as I say that, Future Forge are going to be able to hop onto this B point, stopping the clock, getting progress. That is going to be the first tick of progress completed. Zach going to be able to fully clear that point with the help of Bopper, finding that trade onto Balla. Zach is going to post up on this mid-tank. We do see a fair few players from Future Forge trying to make their way towards B. Suni able to cut a few down, slowing this push. You're going to see Bopper get into bottom broken, able to find an assist for his teammate Zach there onto Echo. JC throwing down that trophy, making sure no utility slows them down. Going to be able to find one onto Zach, but Bopper is still lurking, able to find him. JC gonna fall, Spanky gonna find Elixir, Echo gonna find the trade onto Spanky, and it looks like this attack has just sort of stalled out from Future Forge, not getting these clean trades, not able to trade their teammates out. But as I say that, Echo gonna be able to find Bopper. That is gonna be progress made on the B point, looking for that second tick of progress. They have achieved it, so minimum 2 ticks going into that next round. Suni, Spanky going to be able to find Elixir and JC. Spanky going to be able to find Balla, stopping progress on the point. Clock winding down.
Yep, dwindling down here, and it looks like Suni's looking to play spoiler. You're not going to get on this point, he says. And they try to break through mid, but no, they all drop like flies and have no time anyway here. Looks like they were mostly trapped in their back spawn, and Zach was there to just play spoiler at halftime. Let him stay alive, and Bopper. Don't think he died that whole round. Looking to see if he's 4-0. But yeah, it looks like Zach was playing spoiler half of the time and trying to be the one that clears out the point in all of this.
Yeah, and I think what Future Forged problem was that round is they were getting pieced up, really. Like, I felt like every time I saw one of their names in the kill feed getting a kill, it was traded by 2 for InControl. So really, it's not giving up those multi-kills that's going to stall out the push, but Elixir going to be able to find one early in this cafe point. But InControl going to be able to hop B, get that 2-stack, and that is a quick first tick of progress. Suni going to be able to find one before getting traded. Bopper going to be able to find JC, but Elixir finds the trade on a Bopper, and that is going to stall out the A push for InControl. However, they did manage to get a pick. Spanky still lurking in Cafe. Going to be able to find Elixir and Echo. Bala going to be able to find Suni on that B point, but progress is still being made, and they have to stall out this push here. They have to be able to find Bopper on this point, and JC is going to be able to do so. That is going to be 3 down for the side of InControl, and now they sort of have to regroup. Spanky going to find an opener onto Echo. Ball going to fall to Bopper there. Bopper just with some absolutely beautiful shots. Elixir going to fall to Spanky with the help of Suni. And it looks like this B point is going to be captured pretty handily. Balla in a fight for A here, and does manage to cross, gets spotted, doesn't spot the player. Bopper going to be able to win that fight. Absolutely beautiful shots. Elixir here for his trade. Beautiful trade out of Elixir, stopping progress at A, but all the while B is still getting captured. And that's an extra minute on the clock, 2 minutes to work with if you're InControl. And 19 to 20 is the life count. Make it 19 to 18. Future Forge in the driver's seat, life count wise, but not so much tip wise here.
Yeah, map wise, tip wise, and all. They're looking just in the control of the kills right now. Looking to bounce back in this round here. But as soon as you're going to read this, Elixir is going to get crossed to this A point with his sub, trying to get in the mix here. As you may not know, Boppers back in their spawn. Spanky and Suni's going to look to break through the front. And here they are. They broke in. They're broken in. JC dies in the back. He's the only person that can help. Balla tries to find one. Balla gets traded. And here we go. On with the 2 point. People 2-1 point. Bopper in red. It looks like this is about to be a GG round. And again, they get broken and they crumble and fall down here in this round. InControl.
Yeah, you know, InControl definitely just sort of put on a clinic there for that attacking round. And it has to be noted, even if Future Forge are able to win the next 2 rounds, they are still most likely going to be at the tick disadvantage, as they were only able to get 2 ticks in that first attacking round. But we're going to see if InControl are going to be able to make this a quick 3-0, or if Future Forge can start to mount a bit of a comeback. Shots gonna go down. Suni gonna be able to make a player weak, not gonna be able to find the kill. Spanky's gonna be able to find one on JC. Make it 2 as he finds JC and Elixir. Make it 3 as he ego Charles Balla and comes out with his life. Absolutely beautiful play there from
Zach again.
Spanky. Zach gonna be able to find Echo Elixir there for the immediate trade. This dark alley has really been a problem. Bopper gonna be able to find JC. Elixir gonna find Spanky. Bopper gonna be able to find Balla as well. Suni finding Echo. Elixir finding Bopper. And oh no, they are in the blender in spawn. Suni is pushed all the way up. Finally, somebody able to cut him down. Balla gonna be able to find Suni, and progress is being made over at, progress is being unmade over at B as they clear that tick off. Balla behind this half wall, trying to play his life, trying to give his team intel. Going to be able to find Bopper with the nice shots through that bench, but Suni there for the trade. And this really is just a game of trades at this point. Spanky gonna find Elixir. No trade coming in just yet. Spanky
honestly, this is his kill simulator here. I'm gonna be honest, this is the bloodbath simulator here. And this look like InControl is making that bloodbath and making that grave for Future Forge, as they only have 9 seconds to push through. They down 3 again. And this is looking like a GG. Oh my goodness, it just looks like there was like no composure after those last 2 maps. I mean, after that last map, actually. They only put 1 up board, and they only put 1 round on the board in that SMP. And Rio come in invasion and get hot 3-0 smoke. It didn't even look like a chance that they could win a round here. Every time it looked like the chance, it looks like InControl was just controlling the game and just at the snap of their fingers, we're getting 3 pieces and 2 pieces. As you see, no one over 10 deaths on their team.
Yeah, it's 8s across the board death-wise for InControl. Everybody hitting double digits, where on the side of Future Forge, only 1 player able to hit those double digits. That is a clean 3-0 sweep of the series, a clean 3-0 of Control. almost a perfect Rio. That was tough. That was a tough invasion to watch. You know, I was really rooting for Future Forge to mount that comeback, maybe get a map, but they just weren't able to get it done, unfortunately. But on the flip side, InControl looking extremely strong in Rio S&D and Invasion Control. Skid Row Hardpoint could use a bit of a cleanup. 250 to 200 is a rather close game, but still, they did look in control of that map for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, they looked in control of it towards the end. And in the middle part there, they looked 50-50 in the middle part of that hard point and just looked got out of hand. Control just started gaining control on the map. That the Rio SMD there was just control were just in control. Their name, literally in control, except for one round. But that one round was also rocky too. They would seem like in control. Had that round in the bag, showed a little bit of gunfights, and just let that player in the back spawn play their life. And when you come here to the control, it's just it's just um it's just absolutely an in control masterclass. Like how we say, usually you have to get at least a round, you have to get trades, but it's not looking good when you're dropping like fives. When you get one kill and they take two out of you or they take three out of you, that's not good in numbers. You're supposed to use your kills as in, you know, managing the map, trying to get map control, and it just looked like every kill Future Forge got was just a useless kill or just to get shot in the back.
Yes, I completely agree. Future Forge definitely has to hit the lab a little bit. We'll cook up something new because what they're serving isn't selling. Um, but on the bright side, like we have talked about, these are very young players over at Future Forge. I don't think they have a single player over the age of 16.
No.
So to
I,
come out and they weren't getting like the map count really doesn't show how close it was, if that makes any sense. That
yeah,
the
Mixie.
hard point they were definitely hanging around. The search and destroy, there were some close rounds. The control definitely needs work. Um, but all in all, these players have nowhere to go but up. They're very young, obviously, so definitely be on the lookout for that team to sort of start to make the climb um, in the standings as they mature and they
Yeah.
get better control of their mental and just get better gun skill and better all around. But yeah, it was definitely a bang out to say the least. In control, 3-0 sweep over Future Forge. I have been Night Flash. I have been joined by Mars. Stay tuned as we do have another game coming up in around 40 minutes. That's going to be a ball against I can't Unity Visual. Thank you. Um, Cabal versus Unity Visual, scheduled for 9 o'clock. Definitely stay tuned for that. I've been Night Flash. I've been joined by Mar. Mar, any closing remarks?
Hey, all I'm saying is everyone have a great night. Thank you for tuning in here for the first series, and we'll catch you back at the next series. Like he said once already, me and him.